Next Wednesday, a lot of tired, anxious and slightly excited students will sit their leaving and junior cert exams, and it got us thinking about when we did ours and how we dealt with the pressure. These people have been explaining how they dealt with their exam stress back in the day.
Yes, I was doing an LIT in Limerick. They're okay in general, but they're okay, like, just some subjects are really hard, like, and you need to put your head down or whatever.
And do you find that you get very stressed before the exams and during?
No, not really. I'm very laid back. So laid back, my back's nearly touching the floor, like, that's how bad it is, like.
For the college exams anyway, I was chilled out because got to study month before and and lecturers are always friendly. So, but the leaving cert is a different story because you don't know really what's coming up, and it's kind of stressful, like, throughout the year anyway.
Yeah. So you found leaving cert more stressful than your college exams?
Definitely, yeah, because at least in college, like, your lecturers are your examiners and they tell you, like, what to revise, but leaving cert, it's a lottery really. So
they were a bit stressful studying from every day, like.
And how did you deal with your stress?
Rugby. Yeah, we did exams there last year.
And how did you find them?
They were very stressful altogether.
And how did you deal with your stress?
We dealt with our stress by going up the woods and burning our books.
Now, exam time, whether it be in school, college or work, can be really stressful. The pressure, the expectations and the fear of failure all weigh on your mind. But how can you deal with this pressure and stop it from affecting your performance? I caught up with neurologically based chiropractor and life coach Dr. Tammy Verlaan-Ross. She treats stress-related issues on a regular basis in the Life and Balance Centre based in Dublin. Tammy works with the latest techniques and equipment and spoke to us about the best ways to deal with stress during tense times like exams. But first she explained exactly what a neurologically based chiropractor does.
In our centre at Life and Balance Centre, we have technology where we're actually able to measure how the body on the inside's dealing with stress. So we have, it's called a neuroinfinity stress response evaluation, and it measures brainwave activity, heart rate, muscle activity. It measures 7 different neurophysiological responses to stress, and we can look and see how the body's responding to different stressful events and then how it actually recovers. So we get a really good picture of what's going on with the body. So this is something that we use in our centre, that we can actually measure how the body's dealing with stress. And as a neurologically based chiropractor, as chiropractors were trained to work with the nervous system and change how it's dealing with stress. So what we would do in our centre when people come in is we'd be able to evaluate how the body on the inside's dealing with stress, then look at how we can change the way the body's dealing with stress. Also, we'd look at giving tips, like I talked about the breathing. We use biofeedback training, which is where you can learn to get your own change over your stress responses, and lifestyle advice and recommendations to also deal with stress. So as a neurologically based chiropractor, I'm really looking at changing the way the nervous system's dealing with stress.
So it's the night before the big day. We've been cramming furiously, exercising and eating well. But is there any other ways we can chill out and get ourselves centred so we can make sure that we put our best foot forward on the big day? Tammy says using this simple breathing exercise can make the world of difference.
When we go through breathing with people, probably one of the main things that we see is that we're never actually taught how to breathe efficiently, and especially we're not taught how we can use breathing to relax. So it's such a simple tool that people can use. And one of the things we do see, and particularly when we get stressed, is that people start to breathe very much from their shoulders and the upper chest, which puts an added stress on the body anyway. So we really need to be making sure that we're breathing deep into our diaphragm. And to do that, what I would suggest is that people lay on their back and place a small book just sort of on the belly button area, and one hand on the chest. And as you're breathing in, just very gently through your nose, and I'd breathe into the count of 4, you have your hand on your chest just to make sure the chest isn't rising, but you'd like to see the book actually rising. So we're actually using the diaphragm, so the tummy should be rising as we actually breathe in. So one book on the tummy, hand on chest, and just breathing in and having the book rising as you breathe into the count of 4, and then slowly breathing out, just through the mouth is fine, breathing out to the count of 6. And what we're doing there, when we're breathing out, it's just like if you had a candle and you don't want to quite, a flame, and you don't want to quite blow it out. It's just a nice, calm breath out. So as you breathe in, nice and calm to the count of 4, and breathing out to the count of 6. And just even starting with 10 slow breaths like that can make a huge difference. You're getting more oxygen through the body, and you're actually bringing the nervous system into a much more balanced state. The nervous system, which is our controlling system, the brain's getting more oxygen, and the whole body's getting oxygenated, and you're relaxing the whole nervous system by doing that.
She also says it's important not to be too hard on yourself.
When we say changing your perspective, one thing I'll start with people is just stop judging yourself, because the main thing we do is, we judge ourselves for not dealing with the stress the way that we think we should be, or the way other people think we should be. And what if you could just take a breath, take that breath in. One thing I'd say is smile. Smile, because whenever you smile or laugh, your whole physiology changes. Take it, stop judging you, and just say, okay, this is what it is. Even if you do feel a bit anxious or a bit nervous, maybe take that and say, oh, it's okay, but now I can look at what else is possible here. I ask these questions like, how does it get any better than this? What else is possible here? They're just something that immediately shifts the energy and changes our perception on it, to go, okay, it's okay. It's okay if I feel a little bit nervous or anxious, but really put into perspective and say, well, what is this? Is it really, sometimes we feel anxious about something that may not ever even happen. But when we feel anxious, our body turns on the same response. We go into that fight, flight, stress response as if it has happened. So just put it into perspective. Has it actually happened? And also to be aware of that no matter what does occur, you've always got choices.
These people from around the southwest have been sharing their advice on how to handle the pressure of doing exams.
Well, the best thing you can do is relax, because surely you have all the work done by now. It's only like a week away, so what else can you do? You can't. There's no point in getting hot and bothered about it now if you're not prepared. So, but other than that, just relax basically, and the exams will fly by.
Just take it easy, Joe. It's not the end of the world. There's always the repeats in August. So it's fine.
Well, actually, my nephew's doing his exam at the minute. He's doing his, I think is it his, no, well, I just say to him, relax a wee bit and, and I wish him all the best. That's about it. That's all I can, just relax and take it easy. Exactly.
And Tammy says she wishes she'd dealt with her exam stress a little bit better back in the day.
Oh my gosh, if I'd known then what I know now, for me, my exams, I don't have fond, happy memories. I was probably a bit of a nervous wreck going into my final year exams, and just, with hindsight, it's much easier to look back. But now, since I've been working with stress for, 12 years, I can definitely look back with hindsight. But I look back now, if I'd known that, there were tips, there were ways that I could have relaxed, which would have made such a difference, and being able to see things in the same perspective that I can now, it would have made it a much more enjoyable and fun experience, rather than having to be worried about what may not ever even happen, which it didn't.